Okay, so here are some lineups I have for attack Pearl. We're gonna start from a side coming from a main. You're gonna have post up here. Just walk until you get stuck. You aim your crosshair right below this setup leaves, and then you do a jump throw. It pops right behind this arch, and it's gonna blind anyone here, here, and it basically cannot blind anyone that's posted right behind this cafe stand and anyone that's deep inside dugout. So you're gonna have to clear this, or basically you're gonna have a lineup to force them to step away from that cafe stand. So I have a Molotov lineup, which basically clears this. So when you're attacking, basically what I do is I throw the molly and then I line up. Once the molly drops, I flash. It clears anyone here, here, and basically behind side. It forces everyone to either eat the flash or run out of the site and basically go for a retake. It cannot clear this, so I can either throw a knife, clear that for my team, or I just tell my team to check that right when they enter the site. Okay, so after your teammate has planted the spike, let's say they are stuck, maybe they're stuck right here, and someone's shooting them from here. You want to help them out, help them get out of that part of the map, and basically come back here for the post plant, or maybe reposition the take a fight. Here's a lineup that I can use to help them. It's gonna flash anyone that's holding their angle from a art, anyone from a link right here. You stand anywhere here. You aim your crosshair right here, right beside this little wrinkle. Okay, and then you do a little jump throw. It basically pops right here, clears anyone there, and it clears a little bit of this, and gives you a little bit of micro flash for anyone here. That helps them reposition or take the fight, or yeah, position, and yeah, that helps you assist anyone that's stuck inside after they plant the spike. You can still use this if you still have smokes for a link. Maybe you want to make sure that they can fight anyone that's pushing them from here. But yeah, that's a combination of flashes that you could use for a site if you're coming in from a main. Okay, so for defense, there's a couple flashes that we can use, but it's gonna depend on how many smokes the enemy team has on their lineup. So if they're using a brim and they have 3 smokes, this is gonna be a little um a little bit useless at times because they will have smokes for this. Sometimes they would just smoke this part and you could probably use this for assisting your team. But I mainly use this for flashing for myself. So I stand anywhere here. I basically aim on this wall, right on this third row of bricks. So basically, you throw, and it pops right here, right past this wall. And it's gonna blind anyone that's coming in from a main. And if you do it from here, it's also gonna blind anyone that's coming in from a link as long as they're hugging this wall. This basically helps you take fights if you're doing it this way. You can use it as a pop flash for yourself as long as you time it. Or if you're using it this way, it's gonna be a pop flash for anyone that's fighting from here. Now the thing is, it's gonna depend on how many smokes the enemy team and where they use those smokes. So basically, if they smoke this part, you're gonna have to change it up, and basically you won't be able to use this flash because it's gonna pop right into the smoke. But if you are facing anyone like, say, an Astra, Omen, basically anyone with smokes alone, you'll be able to use this sometimes. Okay, so for defending, let's say they're going B. The attackers are going B, but you're, for some reason, you're the one defending mid connector. You want to help out, and you want to make sure that the enemy team knows that you're still alive. So you can just post up right next to the store, or just directly into the store. Put your crosshair in this corner, and then do a jump throw. It's gonna pop right here. So basically, any attacker that's clearing these angles are gonna be blinded. That way, you're gonna be helping out from here in case they'll need to hold this, or you're rotating and let's say you want to make sure that you get there with your team still alive. So you want to help out, pop a random flash, continue running, and hopefully they're still alive because of your flash. Okay, so let's say you're defending B. I usually defend from here, and basically I hug this wall. I listen for anyone running through B club because they're actually audible here. Now, if they're coming B and they're already peeking, say they're already coming here, you can actually line up here. Stand in this corner, put your crosshair here, and basically above this railing, whatever you call this, and where this dome basically meets this railing. There. So you put your crosshair there, and then you do a normal throw. It pops right above Haven. Okay, so it doesn't blind anyone in Heaven, and basically it blinds anyone that's crossing here. So you can just tell your team, hey, I'm gonna flash. Boom, pop that flash there, and then they peek here, or basically anyone in Heaven here. Hopefully that helps, but yeah, that's gonna depend on the timing and coordination, just like anything else. Okay, another set of retake flashes for B. If you're trying to flash anyone that's holding this, you can actually post up here along this pipe, and then right above this, there's these set of designs on the dome. So just put your crosshair there. Again, that's the third line from the door. So 1, 2, 3. There. Pull up your flash and then do a normal throw. It's gonna blind you, but it's also gonna blind them. It's gonna pop right here. It's gonna blind anyone. There. Now the good thing about this position is after you flash there, they're most likely gonna be coming here. And when they try to move forward, they're gonna be facing towards the hall and basically trying to retake some of that space they lost. So you're gonna have jump here, aim on that light, and then do a jump throw. It pops right here. So anyone holding this, let's say they planted here, they're gonna be blind. Okay, another flash if you're a defender and basically your enemy attackers have a op posted right there on B ramp, and you want to help your defenders basically keep hold of this side. You can stand right here, aim the crosshair right here, and then do a normal throw. It's gonna pop right here, and it's gonna blind anyone on this left side of this pillar and any upper posted right there. As long as they're not crouching, as long as they're not hiding, they're gonna be flashed. Now, one thing to worry about is that it's not gonna flash anyone here. And it's not gonna flash anyone that's hiding behind this pillar. So tell your team that, make sure that they are aware of the limitations of the flash. And basically, this is gonna help you alleviate some of the pressure posted by an op anywhere on this VRAM. Another flash for defending if you're gonna be contesting a main. If you wanna take the orb with your team, you can go here into this corner. You don't have to hug the actual barrier, so you can move this anytime. Just aim anywhere here and then do a simple throw. It's gonna pop right past this wall, basically exactly here. It's gonna blind anyone that's running into a main, and basically, as long as you time it right, your duelist or any one of your teammates that's picking this should be able to kill one or two of the attackers. Okay, another retake flash that you can use, this time for A. You're gonna need flower control. So you're gonna have to stand anywhere here. As long as you can see a little bit of this triangle of the sky, just aim anywhere in the middle, then throw. It's gonna pop right here, and it's gonna flash anyone entering sight, or basically anyone holding the spike. But again, this is gonna be a little bit limited, so use this if your team is already taking control of secret, and you want them to be able to swing this without worrying about anyone watching them from here. Now, one other thing is that it's not gonna be flashing anyone here. So you need to make sure to clear this with your team. So let's say, for example, you flash through their smoke, or whatever you do, you gotta do it. But this is basically a flash designed for helping them swing into the site from secret. So it helps your team swing into the site from secret, take fights from here. Okay, so now we're in Haven. Let's say you're a defender, you're trying to retake a site with your team. There's a couple lineups I can share for retaking a site. Now this flash pops right above this roof. Not gonna pop. It's not gonna blind anyone that's posted here, but it will blind anyone here, here, or maybe in this general area of the map. Now the thing is, again, it's not gonna blind this power position. This is always gonna be checked by your team, but it always helps if you could force people out of this part of the site. So there's a couple lineups you use. So one, I'm gonna teach you the actual flash. You're gonna have to stand right here in this corner, and then there's this set of lights hanging here. You're gonna have to find this one. Okay, right above this second middle window. That's the one. It's gonna pop your flash right there. Again, it pops right over here. Now, if you want to get rid of the person standing in graffiti, you're gonna have to use your molly. Normally, you won't have this molly if you're a defender, unless the enemy team actually rushes a site and does not try to take map control anywhere else. So, if you still have this molly, you can still use it right here, stand in the same place, and then the dot right above your E. Notice that small dot under your knife. Just put it in this position, right under those timber trusses up in that tower. Put the white dot right under that, and then throw. It's gonna fall right there, and basically it's gonna force anyone that's sitting here to reposition here. And the good thing about that is now at on anywhere here, that flash that basically pops above that roof is now gonna blind. So anyone in your team that's actually gonna be swinging will now be able to take advantage of it. Okay, so in practice, this is how it's gonna look. I'll throw that volley first. Right after it pops, I throw the flash. And basically, while they're repositioning, they're gonna be blind. Now, one disadvantage of that is this. It's not gonna blind this. So you're gonna have to tell your teammates about this specific part of the site that is not gonna be blinded by your flash. Now, that's gonna be a problem for the entire team. You're gonna have to work with what you get. But again, that eliminates a lot of the angles that is gonna be a threat to anyone retaking from a link. So that's gonna be big help, I guess. Again, at least for my experience, it helps a lot since one, people can hold here. People usually hold angles at a distance, so they usually stand here. As long as, of course, here heaven is smoked. But yeah, I hope that helps.